Good morning. It's MJ. I like to do tarot, so let's get into the cards. I do daily readings on Instagram, weekly and monthly on YouTube. There's merchandise, online courses, and other services I provide, so feel free to check all that out. Let's get into the cards. August 22nd, 2023. These are daily readings, for a way to connect with you guys and have a bit of spiritual fun. Okay, so just be aware, I do believe there's an astrological transit involving Venus and Jupiter. And it does highlight just to be mindful of overspending, over-consuming, etc. Because the Magician reverse with the Nine of Pentacles reverse, it feels to me that just be mindful of overspending or being what's the word, like disillusioned, being somebody offering something that's too good to be true and then it is and you lose the money. It's like bugger. Yeah, I lie. It's not to do with Venus and Jupiter. It's something to do with Mars and Neptune. Pardon me. Because Neptune is a dreamy energy. Mars is often the go-getter. And together, they can fuck one each other up. Or just, there can be some delusions, certainly with Neptune, right? All right, let's go. Neptune is like, don't even think about it. Like these are not the droids you're looking for. That kind of vibratory. So don't, again, this would be super duper specific. Yeah, don't maybe take the offer or the new beginning if you're a little bit suspicious, or if it just is too good to be true. Put it away, put it down. It's not good. And I say that because Nine of Pentacles reverse, I'm like, you could lose substantial financials. You definitely could. Yeah. So, get out of the deal before it's too late. Plus, I'm pretty sure this week, Mercury, so Venus is already retrograde, Mercury's going retrograde, Jupiter, I think, no, Uranus. I can't, Uranus, I just can't. And then Uranus. So like, again, depending on where these planets are in your birth chart, they could be affecting different areas of life. So bearing in mind, it's often said that when Mercury is going retrograde, it's not necessarily a great time to sign contracts, make big purchases, or like move forward on these brand new things. So again, Venus retrograde, brand new lover, thinks that this person is the business. Suddenly Venus starts to move forward. It's like, what? Who are you? Sorry. Like, so our perception, and we all know, like, these reversals, we know these sorts of energies. I don't know. Have you guys ever experienced that? I have. Like, just sometimes within moments. Or, somebody's voice sounds different than what you expect and their whole look changes and you're like, whoa, right? So, yeah. Anyway, I digress. Okay, so for some of you too, like, say, for example, some of you don't catch the tarot and you end up like signing up to something, subscribing to something, whatevs, and then you suddenly realize it's a big old poo-poo scam and you've lost some dosh. So in that regard, bearing in mind, any of us, I have also been a victim of fraud, I must say, and part of it was because it was like a too good to be true deal, right? And I got suckered. So when was that? Oh God. That was like 10, 18, like 16 years ago or something like that. Remember Western Union? Yeah. So anyway, and you feel like a right douche when you get caught out, right? You don't even want to say it to anybody because you're just like, wow, I got scammed. Like somebody just stole my money and there's really not much I can do with it or about it, right? I mean, I guess there is, but it's harder for people to track. Anyway, total sidestep. This is highlighting us though too, right? Okay, when it comes to these sorts of frauds, delusions, etc., it's usually because we're not being clear, or we ourselves are not being in the moment. Like we're trying to get something, or we think we're going to win something, so there's an egoic rush that we can get, right, from these sorts of opportunities that aren't actually real. I actually do really feel like this might be an important collective message just around I do feel like it's this week, so roundabout to the end of August, just be hyper vigilant. I don't know about you guys too, but these random emails from like Microsoft or PayPal or whatever saying your account's been frozen and we need all your details, and because it on the first instance looks profesh, you're like, oh, and then one click and you're suddenly going, what the, so just be mindful. Our spyware and privacy and all that stuff is going to continue to be a theme for us humans on this planet with all the rise of technology. We rise. Okay, so Ace of Swords reversed with the Six of Swords. What those swords is telling me is like, this is your mind. This is you owning your own mind, taking yourself to a place mentally where you can feel calm, where you can restore. I am getting a sense that for some of you, you might actually be moving. Okay, this is kind of again, this could be pretty specific, but I'm getting the sense of like, if some of you are moving or on the move, trust it, go with the flow. You know what? I'm getting that image of like being on the road again, being kind of like moving with the current. And I don't think this is a bad thing at all, but I am sussing that there's some instability here. And honestly, like, as brutal as it is, for some of you, you might have lost a small fortune to fraud or to some sort of really shitty douche tard, or not, but it's that thing of wherever I go, here I am, where you can't escape yourself. You can't take it away. So no matter what's gone down, there's this Ace of Swords energy of like, it's time to really own your mind. The only way that we can, as individuals, take ourselves to calmer waters or navigate a more peaceful life or blah, blah, it's in ourselves. It's not some candle outside. It's not some priest. It's not some teacher. It's you, your heart, your mind, your body. That is all. My lovers, you own it. Work it. Is it worth it? We're going to bang down, flip it, and reverse it. You know this. Don't deny the power of your heart. Or your insight, for that matter. God, humans, let us not be taken over by technology. And I say that because all of us are like, we're addicted. I imagine myself gardening, but mostly I just sit on my phone and watch the tube. Like, come on, go outside, go for a walk. Good, I did the thing. I went for a walk. I went for a swim. But, there's a lot of phone usage and it's troubling. Okay, so final messages. Okay, and again, this is for a fairly large portion of the collective, I would say, is that, my lovers, it's undeniable that when we're questing for healing or spiritual liberation, salvation, actualization, whatever it might be, one, we all have the mystical, the divine within us, right? How was I getting and it's just through my own personal experience and witnessing observation is that often in this world, what happens when we awaken or when we start to progress in this healing journey is that our mystical, divine, spiritual, psychic, the whole beyond the veil, blah, blah, those gifts start to come back. And then that becomes the thing that drives us forward, that often helps us lay down the shackles of our previous incarnation, which could be any number of pains, denials, shames, victimhood, all of it, right? All of it's valid, warranted, and yet to rise, we have to embrace the part of us that was denied, right? Straight up. What I'm working with right now is like this kind of like this little part of me. It's like a little kid. What age? 5 to 7, probably. Maybe younger, 5-ish. And they just sit there like on their arse in my heart, like kind of moping. And I'm like, come on. But this little kid, inner child, got denied, got shamed, got pushed away, got pushed out, not by nobody else but me. So it's up to me to give it loads of love, give it loads of attention. Anyway, there's the little bit of therapy. Embrace your mystical side, my lovers. It's all good. Nobody cares. And to be fair, the people that do are just judgers and haters, and, they don't know themselves yet. And they're just, like, I do find that. Isn't it funny? We can, as humans, sit around and talk about people and things we just actually know nothing about. Including me. So don't listen, or do. And buy stuff from the brand. Oh, look, I've got a hoodie out. So just to show you, I have had this hoodie for a while. So it's getting, it's, I don't know about you guys, but things like jeans and sweatshirts, I like by the time they're like falling apart, I'm like, this item of clothing, this is the one. And I get obsessed. Like, I have a pair of moccasins that I found at a charity shop 7 years ago in Vancouver, Canada, and they're falling apart, but I love them. They're super, at this point, like, they're pretty uncomfortable because they're flopping everywhere and falling apart, but I wear them every day and I love them. I don't wear them every day, but like, you know what I mean? My jeans that are ripped and kind of like out of form, love them. And certain clothes, when I get obsessed, I will just literally wear them until they're falling apart. Did you ever have that? Once that favorite item or something falls apart, you scour eBay and the globe. I had a secondhand United Colors of Benetton canvas jacket. And this is where, minimalist or recycled living can kind of shoot you in the foot, is that I've also had some things over the years that I wish I hadn't gotten rid of. Anyway, let's talk about shopping another time. Don't forget to upcycle. Don't forget to take a breath before you consume stuff. And beware. Beware of scams, my lovers. Let's just put it this way. Let's be real. There's nobody on the internet that's going to reach out to you and be like, I want to give you $1 bajillion. No one's going to do that. And all of us, if some official company, PayPal, Dokadar, is like, here, click over and give us all of your details. Don't do it. And if you're the scammers, bugger off. Don't do that. Come on. Listen to your heart and be virtuous. Or try to be. Still talking. Let's go. Have a great day, my lovers. Happy Tuesday. Peace out. Love us supreme.